Hey sinners, you're listening to Sinful Cuts, the podcast that takes a look at the wild, weird, and wonderful world of horror. We take a deep dive into some of your favorite movies, possibly uncover some hidden gems. Sometimes we even get some stinkers. Thank you so much for joining us. We truly love having you here. Please sit back, take a listen, and let's get our scare on.
Thrill me.
Hello, sinners. This is our end of the year Sinful Cuts top 10 movies of 2023. We will not be talking about any worst of, because we hate those lists, because we like to be nice people.
Yes.
Yeah. If you're doing a worst of anything in 2023, fuck you. It's just so mean. I don't like it.
It wouldn't be a shortcuts if you didn't try to piss somebody off.
Exactly. I didn't say any names, though.
I know. It could be anybody.
Right now, no litigation. Just wait. Give me like 11 seconds. Oh wait, I don't want you to see my list.
I was like,
okay.
So how do you want to do it? Do you want to start with one and then I'll go one and then?
Yeah, let's.
Okay, because I know you ranked yours. I literally didn't rank mine. I think I have them kind of listed from, like, came out the most recent to towards the beginning of the year, because I kind of went like backwards on what I've seen.
Okay.
And I think I did it that way.
That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
The antithesis of how every top 10 list works in the universe.
I
love it.
But I realize as I'm looking over this list, I totally do have a favorite. So I definitely am going to save that one for last.
Okay.
So I do have at least that plan.
Okay. So we'll start off easy peasy.
Okay.
Okay. My 10th favorite of 2023 was Scream 6.
Okay. I didn't get to see it yet.
You know, I had a real great night because my wife, who is horror adjacent,
yeah,
but doesn't necessarily love horror, but she came to this movie with me, and we saw it at a really good theater in Dolby, and the theater was packed, and everybody was into it, and it was just such a great night.
Okay.
So really, really great time.
And everyone was into it?
So into it.
Yeah, I love those nights.
Like, screaming at the kills. You know, some people were making jokes. Some were good. Some were not. I'm not going to tell you if I was one of them or whether it was good or not. I don't really want to talk about it, but it was a really great night. And I really, really enjoyed it. Now I'm a little heartbroken, though, because it seems like everybody got fired recently. And,
well, I think it was only the one, and then it kind of... Yeah, like
snowballed.
Now the scheduling then got weird, and then I think Jenna Ortega realized, like, hey, I'm going to be filming Wednesday, and I kind of have to do that.
Can I put this out in the atmosphere?
At least that's what was saying.
Can I put this out there?
Mm-hmm.
Scream 7. Bring back Stu Macher, and it's his movie.
Yeah.
You know, and we have like a.
Claim rights if you do it, though.
Yeah, I want
royalty.
Fuck you, Hollywood. Shannon and I want executive producer credits immediately, and possibly even co-writing.
Yes. Oh yeah, I would help co-write that.
Back that money truck up right now. All right, hear me out. Stu Macher gets out of the the asylum, and we get like a Psycho 2 vibe from it.
I don't hate it. Why not?
All right. Damn it, someone's going to do this. We're never going to be able to prove.
We're going to be sitting here with our arms crossed.
Burt Galloway, the $4 million acquisition for Burt Galloway. Burt, if we see you, it's so on. All right, so give me one. Come on, what do you got?
All right, so my first one on my list is No One Will Save You.
It's on my list. It's all right, I'm shutting my mouth. Oh, talk to me, Shannon.
I loved it. It's the first thing I think I heard about it. You figure it was an alien abduction movie, but the first thing I heard about it was the fact that there was like no script. There was no speech. So of course now you're curious, like, how the hell are they gonna pull this off?
Boy,
and they did, and I thought it was so creepy the way they did the like the home invasion portion of it, and I thought the ending was actually pretty clever.
It was so clever.
Yeah.
And I've watched it twice since the initial viewing, and I like it even more. And I'm putting this one out there in the ether as well. I would love now to see it on the big screen.
Yeah.
If we could get some sort of a Colonial Theater. Colonial Theater, I'm looking at you guys because you're incredible. Please, please, please put that on the big screen and we'll drive down and we'll see it. In Phoenixville, Pennsylvania. Colonial Theater, home of the Blob. Mm-hmm. If you're in the area, or even if anywhere in the world and you can buy a plane ticket, go to the Colonial Theater. They are so great. I love this movie so much. But okay, it's on my list, so I'm going to shut my mouth.
Okay.
All right. My next one is a movie called Sick.
Okay.
And this, I believe, no, I'm certain of it. This dropped on Peacock, on the streaming platform Peacock, and it's kind of like it's a slasher, and it's a really good slasher, and it takes place during the time of COVID, and it's really clever, and it was just very impressive, kind of like I don't want to call it low budget because it's gorgeous to look at, but kind of like a small horror movie that makes a really big impact.
Okay.
I like it a lot. Put it on your radar.
All right.
So give me one.
Okay, so my next one is Cobweb.
It's on my list. Oh my god, it's on my list, and you know what? It might be the same. It's the same spot.
Oh, look at that! Air high fives.
Oh. Okay,
But,
you tell me about it.
Okay, so I'll admit, like, the ending was a bit flat for me. I did write a little review, and I mentioned that was probably one of the negatives. But God, this movie is so gorgeous, and the actors, like the parents, they were so freaking creepy.
So good. And then at the end of the movie, you do have a moment where you're like, they were so insanely weird, and you can't, like, disconnect from that, but were they doing the right thing because of what, I don't want to give spoilers, but it's a little like, maybe they were, but in a really horrific bad way. I don't know.
I know.
But
well, they had a really just weird way of executing that. Like, you could have...
They had a weird way of everything.
They really did.
Eating dinner, talking, moving.
Oh my god, the scene...
Everything.
The scene where... I'm assuming it was Halloween night, where the second the doorbell rings, and she immediately flips out.
I mean,
she bashes the table like, can't a family just eat in peace?
Lizzie Kaplan is horror royalty, and you know what? I don't think she gets enough credit for it. Okay, ready? Cloverfield.
Right. Yeah.
So great in that. Castle Rock on Hulu.
Yeah.
She is so insanely good in that.
She did. It was Misery, right? That
Yeah.
they did. Yeah.
Cobweb, of course. I'm probably missing about 5, but she needs to be in the list of Scream Queens.
And I've seen her, like, in so many other things too. Like, she's very multi-talented.
She's so great.
Yeah.
Oh, love her. And Anthony Starr as her husband from The Boys, he's great too.
Yeah, he's very good at being creepy.
Yeah, he really
and, like,
is.
he was pretty much Homelander just without his cape,
But
he was even creepier there.
This is fantastic though. Anthony Starr, good on you, because here's a guy who could probably, let's be honest, he could probably lean back on his looks. He's a very handsome man.
Yeah.
And he takes these parts that are very interesting.
Yeah.
You know? So good on you, Anthony Starr. Oh, I love that you picked that, and I love that it lined up with my Cobweb. Okay, so now I'm going to go for my next one, which is 7.
Okay.
And that is Megan.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay. So I'll admit, I did not put that one on my list because, I guess because I didn't love it. Like,
Okay.
it was PG, wasn't it? Or PG.
They have an R. They do have an R. It used to be on Hulu. It might be on Peacock now. The R is better. If you watch any version, watch the R.
Okay, gotcha. I'll admit I'm not sure which one I think it was, like, just kind of exactly what I expected it to be. It was fun, but there was just no wow factor of it to me.
I support you on that.
Yeah.
I support
So
you on
that's
that.
why it's not on my
completely.
list, although I did see it.
This one lands for me because I love James Wan's, like, I love his kooky sense of humor. Like, if you watch Megan and you watch Malignant back to back, James Wan's got an incredibly good sense of humor, and he gives zero fucks if you are into it or if you can even acknowledge it. He just does it. He just puts it out there. Like, I'm watching Malignant recently, and then the jail cell scene where you have, like, a woman who is Jackie Brown from the 70s, and then you've got Lake Bell playing like an 80s hair metal skell from a bar. It's just the craziest fucking jail cell that's ever been put on film, and I just am like, James Wan, okay, watch Malignant again. But Sinners, do me a favor. This is your homework for the week. Watch Malignant. And the scene where the sister, who's trying to help her sister solve this riddle, and she's very concerned, and she drives all night and pulls up to the asylum where her sister was kept, and she drives right up to the cliff where the front tires are almost over the edge, and then gets out and goes into the asylum. Me and Mike, I mentioned my buddy Mike, time again, we were like, how about that scene where she almost drives off the fucking cliff? And it's so purposeful. But, like, he just does these things, and if you get it, you get it. And if you don't, you're just like, this is insane. What is going on? But anyway, James Wan, kisses all over your face. You know, good luck with Aquaman. I saw the trailer. I'll just leave it at that. I'm going to cut this. Now I'm turning into a jerk. Look, I'm going to cut that. All right, so and I took Reagan and one of her best friends, Sophia, to Megan, and the three of us looked at it, like things would happen, and the three of us would look at each other and die laughing, and then look back at the screen.
So it was a good time.
You gotta love those kind
of
days.
Absolutely.
So, all right, it's your turn.
Okay.
Pick a winner.
All right. So this one, I loved this movie, Totally Killer.
It's on my honorable mentions.
Okay.
This was a good movie.
This was a great movie.
This was a really good movie.
Another one I feel like that can do anything is Kiernan Shipka.
Yeah, she's great.
It's
holy cow. Okay.
Just so fun.
She's not there yet because she's so young, and she has so much more to do. Mm-hmm. But she is on the short list of Scream Queens Hall of Fame, and I feel like she's one movie away. She needs one more.
Yeah.
Oh my God, she's probably going to be like the Scream people are probably talking to her right now because
yeah, they might put her in it.
The house cleaning that happened. So think about it. Yeah, I bet they're talking to her.
They might, yeah.
She would be so great. Okay, you ready for this? Mm. Kiernan Shipka in the movie. It was called November originally, and then it came out, and I love it so much, and why can't I think of the name of it? Oh my God.
Blackcoat's Daughter?
Yeah, that's it.
I fucking loved that movie.
That movie's so goddamn good, and she's really, so good in it.
Yeah, really, so creepy.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
All right.
Not that it came out this year, so I can't. We'll get into that. I think during the year. I say we dive into that.
Yeah. You know what? Oh, okay. So for June we're doing Possession.
Okay.
Yep. I'm writing it down. I'm writing it down.
This is how we work, Sinners. You're hearing it live.
Sinners, we have the next 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have the next 6 months of horror themes picked out. You're gonna be happy. Mm-hmm. You're welcome. Screaming at my computer screen. That movie was so good. It was so much fun. It was so incredibly well made, but man, oh man, I just love the sense of humor of that movie.
It was hysterical.
It's hard to do a horror comedy and have it work. It's really hard.
Yeah, there's not a lot that execute it, and this one did it like just so great.
It's just so beautiful.
Yeah, and the fact that you can make fun of like two eras like simultaneously. It was just hilarious.
How about let's give a shout out to Julie Bowen for that fight she does in like the first 15 minutes.
It was a great fight scene too.
That was oh my God.
Yeah.
Shit. Ooh, Julie Bowen. Hats off. I did not see that in Modern Family. Yeah. Did not know you had it in you. Holy cow. She's great. I love her. All right, so incredible movie on my honorable mention, so I'm going to cross that off. Okay. My next one at number, I guess this would be number, we're doing number 6.
Mine aren't ranked, so I don't have a number.
Okay, ready?
Okay.
This one's Talk to Me.
Okay.
This one's, okay. Yep, this one's Talk to Me.
Briefly, offline, you were telling me about it, but.
This movie grew on me. Myself, Shannon, and Shannon's husband, Matt, saw this over the summer, and we walked out, and we all liked it. You liked it more than I did, and I was just like, oh, yeah, I liked it. But I think it had to settle in. Mm-hmm. But Shannon and I both agree that the marketing for this movie did it a disservice because they were pumping it up as this is going to be the scariest thing you've ever seen.
And it wasn't.
No, it was, but it was a very good story.
It was. If the stupid
Yeah.
marketing were just like, "Hey, this is a horror movie. Go see it." It wouldn't have. I wouldn't have had such high expectations.
Right.
Now, 6, 8, however many months later,
Math.
The math. There was going to be math on this. It really had time to settle in, and I truly see it for the incredible movie that it is.
Okay.
You know,
and I respect that. Like I said, I feel like we all walked out of it maybe expecting more, and it wasn't fair because it wasn't the movie's or everybody involved in the movie, I should say, rather. It's really not their fault.
No.
That, you know.
No, we
as far as
was unfair to
the
it.
marketing and
Yeah.
the expectations.
And you know what? I didn't even know that they were in charge of that specific marketing. It just could have been word of mouth. It could have been people just building it up.
Yeah.
But Sinners, I think, you know, if you're doing like your own collective list at the end of the year, it's safe to say that you review a lot of stuff that you saw earlier in the year, and I think because you have the whole year perspective now, you're like, this was a lot better than I gave it credit for.
Yeah. Yep.
Because sometimes you're like, well, it's only May, so there's probably going to be such better things in the 6 months, and then that might not happen.
Yeah.
And you're like,
You
no,
never
this was
know,
actually the goods.
Yeah.
Got another film that's like that as well, but I'll get to it.
Okay.
It's your turn.
Okay, I was gonna say it's not your turn. Okay, so we agreed that we were gonna do both movies as well as series. So
Yeah, absolutely.
So my first series, obviously, have to mention this: Fall of the House of Usher. Just gorgeous from beginning to end, and I loved the execution from beginning to end.
All right, I cheated because I have a tie, and this is on one of my ties.
Okay.
So I definitely cheated. Okay.
Okay.
Holy cow. Okay, where do we even start? How about everything? How about just everything?
Just
But the two things that stand out to me the most are how Mike Flanagan captured the essence of Poe, but with a modern interpretation, and it worked on every level, and Bruce Greenwood.
yeah, and it was like well, the first two things that you mentioned too, like it's sometimes you hear that and you're like, not easy to pull off at all, because I'm like, how are you going to make that work? And
Shannon,
I was mind blown.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. It seems like it's impossible that you can take all of these elements, and there's Sinners. There's so many Easter eggs, and there's so many references, and it's so layered and deep that if you really, you know, with the holidays coming up, if you have time off, take a good 11 days. You start to deconstruct the series. There's just so much, you know?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be worth a rewatch, I think, to me, because there's definitely going to be things I need to go back and capture. I've heard things like it's if you look in the background,
Yeah.
like there's things in the background
Yes.
that are relevant and important, but
right.
you don't catch it the first time. So, but yeah, that deserved to be on a list.
This is going to make all of us uncomfortable, but I can't stop myself. Mike Flanagan goes beyond a face kiss, and I may want to make sex with him. Mr. Flanagan, I'm sorry you had to hear that. But there's not enough kisses in the universe for what this man has done with, ready? Full House of Usher. Mm-hmm. Jen and I rewatched Midnight Mass just a month ago.
Oh,
It's
I
just
want to
good.
rewatch that too. I thought that was great.
I'm taking time off for the holidays. I'm going to do both Bly Manor and
Okay.
Hill House back to back.
I did not love Bly Manor, but I did love Hill House.
Guess what? I'm doing Bly Manor first, and then I'm going into Hill House because I
Okay.
did it the opposite. I just want to see if that does anything. I really like them both. I'm doing Oculus.
Okay.
I'm going to do the director's cut of Doctor Sleep, which is divisive. A lot of people like the original theatrical cut. I happen to like the longer version.
Okay.
I'm going to do that. It's going to be a Flanagan holiday for me, is what I'm saying.
Nice.
So, yes. So, that is incredible. All right. I mean, I'll mention it when we get to it for mine, but we don't have to rehash it. Okay. Here's the next one for me that I had to sink in.
Okay.
Which was The Last Voyage of the Demeter.
Yes, I know. I still didn't get a chance to see it.
But remember, I saw it and I was like, it was good, but, you know, it was good.
Yeah.
And
You said
then-
you always loved the way it was filmed, though. You said it looked gorgeous.
I just, you know what? At the end of the year, and it had time to sit with me, and now I just didn't appreciate it enough for what it was and what it did. And this movie is so much fun. And look, they've been trying to make The Voyage of the Demeter for decades. Decades. There are just so many different directors involved, so many different writers involved. Hats off to this crew. They actually got it done, and it was really, really good. And I just think I wasn't fair when I walked out. I think I wanted the There's one part of it that I don't want to spoil it, but there's one part of it at the end which I wish they had gone a different way. But that's just, look, it's me and my stupid opinion. This is a really good movie.
I was gonna say, do you think it was kind of the same, like with the Talk to Me issue, like the marketing, maybe?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, it's just...
sometimes like the less is more. I know like a lot of people nowadays, especially nowadays, because everything is literally everywhere, all over your face. A lot of people have tried to avoid watching trailers. Now.
I watched the trailer once, and I never watched again. Like just this week, Alex Garland's trailer for Civil War came out. Sinners, this is a very frightening trailer because it seems very resonant of what's happening in our country right now, and it's like a very real possibility. I will not watch that. I will go see the movie, but I won't watch trailer again because
I agree.
They show you the beat points, rightfully so, but they stick in your mind, and then you're like, oh, well, I know this character's not dead, so this scene means nothing because I know that there's a later scene.
Yeah, like they show you a little too much. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, trailers. But so last Voyage of the Demeter. I come back full circle. A movie shouldn't be judged by my opinion that it made one wrong move at the end. This movie was solid for an hour and 50 minutes.
Okay.
Check it out.
Yeah.
What you got?
All right, my next up is El Conde.
Damn it, I didn't see it.
You still? I thought you did.
Didn't.
Oh, okay.
I didn't.
You would love this movie.
All right.
So I don't even know like where to start, and I'm also
it looks gorgeous.
And I'm also trying not to spoil anything. So wildly different, the whole black and white, and I just loved the story, honestly. And again, like just very atmospheric, very I don't know. I'm trying to think. I can't think of the right words without spoiling it. So, and I definitely want you to watch it. So add that to your Flanagan.
My TV. Probably.
When you're going on your Flanagan's kick.
I'm having sex with El Conde. All right, tempt me with a good time.
I was gonna say, after you see this movie, you might.
All right, my TBW list is insane over the break because what I do is typically by 11 o'clock on any weeknight, here's a me doing an impression of me. Me.
Sleeping.
Oh my god. But during the break, I will stay up till 3 o'clock in the morning watching movies because it's just fun. It's just so much fun. This is going absolutely on the list. I'm writing it right now. Right now, so you know I'm not a liar face. Yeah. El Conde. Okay.
All right, so your turn.
My next one is a little movie I like to call The Conference. Now, I know you didn't see it.
Yeah, I think I was about to, and then I think we ended up watching something else.
Check it out.
But
Netflix.
Oh, we watched Totally Killer instead, actually.
Oh, okay.
So
all right, time well spent.
It worked out.
Time well spent. If you're like, I watched 11 episodes of Botched, I'd have been like, Shannon, what the fuck? Come on.
Definitely not.
This movie, it's so like crazy when you come across these Netflix gems, because I know the Netflix model is that they just go around the world with bags of money and they're like, we'll buy your movie, and there's so much stuff to sift through, and when you hit upon something like this and it lands, it's so much fun. Mm-hmm. This movie is clever and it's funny and it's filmed incredibly well. The style is slick, but not like it's so well made, and it works. It just works. It
looks like one of those movies because I read that it was kind of like a slow build up, but then once it kicks off.
Oh boy, yeah.
So like is it like one of those movies where it's basically like a ticking time bomb where like it sets, and then all of a sudden it just blasts, and then it just goes from there. That's kind of like the vibe I was getting.
It's kind of like
which I love.
It's kind of like the slashers that we lean into the most, where it's build up, mm-hmm. You know, and then the kills start, and then you're just on roller skates from there.
Nice.
You know, so
Those are fun usually.
kisses all over its face. So that is the conference for me. What do you have?
All right, so of course I had to mention this show because it was like the biggest thing. I'm pretty sure it came out this year, right? The Last of Us.
No, it's not on my list. Shit.
But like, but that was like the most talked about, you know, in the beginning of the year.
It totally came out this year, and I cannot believe I didn't even think about it. Oh,
But yeah, of course, it's just. I mean, if you played the game, which I did not, I watched my husband play the game.
okay.
so like I pretty much did know what to expect, but I loved the way they executed it, and yeah,
It was so good.
it was really good.
Pedro Pascal.
Kisses
Holy
all over
guacamole.
his face.
Yes. And I'm not going to kiss the young girl. I'm not going to. I'm already having sex with Mike Flanagan. I
You got a handshake.
mean, what is her name? Bella Ramsey.
Yes.
She's so good.
Yes.
She's so good.
Yeah, she's great.
She's like one of those actors that you're like, oh, I'm so excited for your career because you make good choices and you're so good.
Yeah.
Pedro Pascal. Why is he? Why am I thinking about? Oh, they're talking about him for Reed Richards
Okay.
of the Fantastic Four. I don't know if it's true or not, but I
Okay.
just read all over the
Yeah.
place that he's being considered.
Well, I think you know my feelings on. Not that I hate the superhero
They got to go away.
movies, but it's like I've had enough.
They've got to go away for a
Yeah.
while. Okay, hey, superhero movies, we love you, but you've just been dominating for a solid decade now. It's time to go on vacation.
Yeah.
Just go away for a bit, you know.
And then when you come back, it'll be fresh again, and it'll be I don't know. I'm over it.
Yeah, we could use a little break.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could use a little.
Yeah.
Okay. Not that again, we love you.
Yeah.
But, you know, maybe don't come to Thanksgiving. My next movie. All right. My next movie is Evil Dead Rise,
Okay.
and I know it didn't land for you.
Yeah, it's not on my list.
It. I saw that with Mike, who we mentioned, and we had a really good time. And I just, you know, a lot of these movies on my list I saw with people that I truly like, if not love.
So it makes it more enjoyable, which is fine.
It's definitely influenced me. Mike and I had a really good time at this movie. The best thing about it is I had Mike on my left, and I had a grandfather who definitely didn't know what his grandchildren were taking him to on my right. And this man fell asleep halfway through. And I mean,
Was he snoring? Tell me
Yeah,
he was snoring.
He was snoring. Of course he was.
That's amazing.
He wasn't like loud snoring. You're doing like Charlie snores, but like someone's getting their leg grated with a cheese grater, and I'm like, oh my god! And then out of my right ear, I'm hearing, and it was so great.
That does make that more enjoyable. So I saw it with my husband, my sister-in-law, my brother-in-law, and their two sons. Now the older son, he's about 15.
Did he love it?
No.
Really?
Yeah. And
wow.
And like these are like his like favorite movies.
Okay.
Like the originals, you know.
Well, you know what?
And he went in. He was like, he just like we were all like, because we went out to dinner afterwards, and we were just kind of like, there's something missing, and I don't know. I think it might have been the
Ash.
setting. It could have been.
Were you missing Ash?
It's possible that too.
Okay.
I get that they tried bookending it with the cabin portion because that's, you know, what the movie is obviously known for. So, but the rest of it being in an apartment building,
How did
for
you
some
feel?
reason, I don't know.
How do you feel about Fede Alvarez's 2013 Evil Dead in the cabin with oh my gosh, she's so great.
So I know which one you're talking about. So I remember I've only seen it once. I saw it in the theaters, and I remember walking out of it like I enjoyed it. I get the whole like overkill. You're just never gonna top that original.
See, I felt about that one like you feel about Evil Dead Rise.
Yeah. Okay.
Liked it, didn't love it.
Yeah.
I don't know. This one just like I got a real kick out of it.
All right.
Okay, wait. I think I went, so you go.
Okay. Yeah, I know I lost track.
Yeah, I'm like, wait.
All right.
Divided by two.
Oh, okay. All right. So I'm down to my final 3. So you know what? Actually, I'm gonna mention one more series, and then I have 2 more movies. Okay. So this one's not necessarily horror, but you'll understand why it's on the list.
Okay.
Gen V. So it's a subplot of The Boys.
I watched the first 3 episodes.
Okay, it's fucking just, it's just wild, and especially there's an end scene, where I'm not going to get too into it.
Of the first episode or the series?
No, of the series.
Okay.
Of the season. And it's just mayhem.
Okay.
It breaks out.
Okay. All right.
Utter mayhem. And but if you've seen The Boys, like, you pretty much know what you're getting yourself into. And, it's, I don't always love, like, sister shows or subplot shows. Sometimes it's just kind of like, you should just stick with what...
This one worked.
Just stick with one. But this was actually a pretty good one.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, so that's Gen V, which is on Amazon. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And I have When Evil Lurks.
Yes, I still haven't got to see it. Yeah, I have a feeling it would make it on my list.
It's just so much. It's so good. Demian Rugna is just, look, he's just going to be one of these directors to watch.
Okay.
I have a feeling, I don't want to, blueprint his career. I have a feeling he's going to stay in horror.
Okay.
He's just so good at it.
Okay.
He just is so friggin' good at it. I mean, don't call him if you're looking for a good time.
Might be a good time for him.
Oh my god! But if you love horror movies like we do, where you walk out and you're like, I think I need to sit in my car for a bit. He's your man.
All right.
He's your man. Who do we have in the States that was either like that or is like that? Because I immediately think of, like, of course, Wes Craven and Tobe Hooper. I mean, Tobe Hooper with
they'd be on the
Texas
forefront.
Chainsaw.
Right.
I mean, people who saw that in 72?
72-ish.
But I mean, come on, you're sitting in your station wagon and you're like, what happened? It's just so great that we still have that.
Yeah.
Still have directors with vision like that are like, I'm gonna mess you up a bit.
Yeah,
sorry.
it's like a rug being pulled out from under you, and now you're just like lying, like, what happened?
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
But in our times, he's one of them. It's a short list when you think of directors that can really give you those visceral, impactful jolts. And it's not even like shit coming at you, it's the vibe.
Right.
It's just the vibe of the movie.
Which you can feel in the trailer. I know we were just talking about, like, don't watch trailers, but if you watch this trailer, you absolutely feel it in the trailer.
Well, I mean, we just got done talking about the new French Extremity, and I mean, those directors certainly hit those notes, Mm-hmm. Boy, oh boy. Oh, I just love them to death. So, When Evil Lurks, so good. I'm not going to say anything about it. Check it out. You got to check it out. What you got?
All right. My next up. Don't laugh at me.
No, I take that back. No promises at all. I'll definitely laugh at you.
Cocaine Bear.
I'm not laughing. I cannot believe I don't have it on my list. I'm putting it on honorable mention. Cocaine Bear was so much goddamn fun.
It was hilarious.
It was so much fun. It was wait, roll it back. Elizabeth Banks.
Yeah.
Kisses on her gorgeous face. Because even I was like, Elizabeth Banks, you sure you know what you're doing here? Yeah. And she was like, hey, Sean, when you shut up. And she stuffed the Cocaine Bear right up my nose.
Definitely was like, hold my beer.
Okay. I went with two friends. I went with Mike and Adam. Different Mike. Love them just as much.
Okay.
Went with Mike and Adam. And these guys don't go to the movies much. And they kind of get a kick out of me that this is my thing. So we went and got Chinese food, and then we rolled into Cocaine Bear, and we had so much fun. And I enjoyed it on like 8 levels above what it was, which was already incredibly great.
Yep.
Because just seeing two guys who really don't go to the movies much have so much fun. And the movie ends, and they turn to me, and they're like, we get it. I understand why you go to the movies now. This is so much fun. We should do this so much more. We have not been since. That movie, you get nothing but love for putting Cocaine Bear on your list, and I cannot believe I don't have it. Cocaine Bear was so much fun.
Absolutely.
All right. I'm down to my last one.
Yeah. I got one more after that.
I already mentioned it. I mean, you already mentioned it. It was hands down. No One Will Save You. Just knocked my freaking socks off
Nice.
this year. And I love everything about it. I love the direction. I love the new take on alien invasion. Caitlin Dwyer is just another one who's like, you're so young and you're so good, and I cannot wait to see what your career is. And I'm in. Tickets bought. Whatever you do, I'm there, because you're just a phenomenal actor, and you make good choices.
Yeah.
You know? Oh, I love this movie.
Yeah, it was great.
But I'm also oh my gosh, my old addle brain. The director is very exciting as well.
Okay.
I cannot remember his name, but another one that I put on my list of, okay, this is going to sound like absolute bullshit because I don't know his name. So you're like,
For No One Will Save You?
How are you going to put it on the list, Sean? You don't even know the name.
It's Brian Duffield.
There you go. Whatever young Brian does, take a bought. This is good stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
It was so much fun.
That's my top 10. What do you got? You can finish it out.
So, favorite movie of the year. I have to go with The Pale Blue Eye. So
Gosh, I
this
didn't see it. I feel like I let you down.
Oh, it's on Netflix.
With Christian Bale.
Yeah.
Go. All right,
So-
I'm writing it down.
So this was another Poe-esque movie because it actually did feature Edgar Allan Poe prior to him being the poet.
He's like a cadet, right?
Yes. And it was stunningly beautiful. And it was...
Trailer looked gorgeous.
Yeah, it's stunning. Absolutely stunning film. And it would definitely fit into, if we want to do our winter theme, it would definitely fit, even though it's a newer movie.
Hey, can we do that?
Yeah.
I'm going to write it down.
Write it down.
Okay.
Real time, people. This is how we work.
Oh, I love it.
So it was just, like there's not... I don't know what else, Steven, to say about it right now, especially now that I know we're going to talk about it for an hour sometime next month. So, but it was just such a good story, and I invited friends over, and I had like a movie night and hosted a movie night. We might have ordered pizza or something like that, whatever.
Oh, I was about to say, what'd you serve? What'd you drink? Come on, fill out the deets.
Probably fancy wine and pizza.
You had me a fancy one.
But it came out like in the beginning of the year. I remember it was like it was I believe in January it came out.
Okay.
If not February. So it was a movie I almost I forgot to mention it because I don't know, I just feel like so much happened this year that I was like, oh my god, it only came out
Did they release that in the theaters or was it just on Netflix?
To my knowledge, this was straight to Netflix.
Okay.
Yeah, it's possible that they did it maybe simultaneously, where you can see it in the theaters for a limited time. I would absolutely love to see this on the big screen.
This is great.
Yeah.
Because I'll watch it for homework, but I'll also watch it because your recommendation's all I need.
Yeah, like I said, it was just a great story, and again, the usage of the the character of Edgar Allan Poe. First of all, played by Harry Melling,
who was Harry Potter guy.
Yes. He we were practically worshiping the TV because we were like, he was
good.
Amazing. Christian Bale, you already know he's going to own anything he does, so we expected that from him, and of course he did.
Okay.
We were shocked about Harry Melling pulling off Poe, and I thought he did a great job. Kisses all over your face, Harry Melling.
Harry Melling, yeah. Oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, once Shannon's done, and no rush, take your time. He's delicious. I'm up next. I might watch this tonight with Jen because she'd be into this.
Nice.
All right, nice. But I'm remiss to say that No One Will Save You was my tie where I cheated because it was Full House of Usher as well.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Can I do 2 honorable mentions?
Yeah.
I mean, just quick. Renfield. I had a lot of fun with it.
I didn't get to watch it yet. I was debating.
It was good, silly, stupid fun. You could tell that Nick Cage is having fun playing Dracula.
Okay.
Nicholas Hoult is having a blast. Awkwafina. It was just fun. It was fun, goofy movie. And then you and I've mentioned this now for the 3rd week in a row. A Haunting in Venice. I just really liked it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm ashamed I didn't put that on my list, but it'll be on my list now. We're gonna talk about it now.
Honorable mention. It just Kenneth Branagh. We know that he's incredibly talented, but he did Murder on the Express, which I liked.
Yeah, that was
then
fun.
He did Death on the Nile, which was an abomination to my eyeballs, and had fucking their visual effects were done on a Commodore 64. You know, he gets a pass on that because it was a COVID production. I think I'm gonna let him have a pass on it because I think it was a COVID production.
Let's assume it, so it'll make you feel better.
You know, and then of course he spins the unlucky roulette wheel of having Arnie Hammer in the movie as well, so that didn't help. But then he comes back with what feels like a smaller movie on paper, and this movie was just a banger.
Okay.
You know, it's just so gorgeous to look at, and it's got a wicked sense of fun about it too, and I just really liked it. So, thin honorable mention list, but that's it. And then I made a list of things that I had not seen that could be incredibly, incredibly good, and people are like, why isn't this on your 23 list? Like Hussera the Bone Woman, Good Boy, Swallow, The Appendage, The Clock, El Conde, Pale Blue Eye. Like, these are bangers.
Yeah.
And look, Sinners, I would love nothing more than to quit my job and watch movies all the time.
Seriously.
You know, that seems like a sweet
If
gig.
only that was, like,
Right?
if only that could pay the bills.
You know, it seems like a good time. But I am proud of the stuff that we were able to get in. You know, we did watch a lot of stuff, but I guess what I'm trying to say is, don't be sore at us if we haven't mentioned one of your all-time favorites. And again, I know we mentioned it before. This is just a stupid opinion on what we liked. If it differs from yours, that's totally fine. If you love stuff that we put the boots to, it's totally fine. This is all just silly opinions.
We'd love to hear your opinions.
Of course.
You know, yeah, or recommendations too. Like, you know, like because I'm hearing good things about Five Nights at Freddy's, and I really did want to see that because it looked like it looked fun.
Fun, goofy movie.
Nice.
Don't take it seriously. You know what? I like that movie because Josh Hutcherson went from not really being in much to he had a $175 million opening. Good on you, Josh Hutcherson. And Matthew Lillard's in it. Oh my gosh. Don't know the director, but hey, look, it's fun, and it just seems like every kid in America went and saw that movie and watched that movie. So isn't that what we want?
That's what we want.
You know, get out there and watch horror. Okay. Anything else to add?
No, that's it.
All right, cool. Sinners, this was our top 10 list. Please, we are not joking. We would love to hear what you like. So hit us up on Instagram at Sinful Cuts, which is CIN.FUL_CUTS. And then you can also get us on email, which is sinfulcuts@gmail.com. And I'm on Threads. Are you on Threads?
No.
I'm on Threads.
All right.
And I believe I'm on Threads at...
Is it fun?
It is real fun right now because the fucking white supremacists haven't found it yet. So
Fair enough.
It's a real good time right now.
Okay, cool.
I'm on Threads at SeanOC32, which is SEANOC32, and yeah, it just seems like a lot of people supporting each other and saying nice things. It'll certainly get ruined, but that's what it is right now. So
fair enough.
Hop on board. We're on YouTube. Sinful Cuts. Please find us. YouTube seems to be pretty popular with our listening platform, which is great. Thank you, YouTube.
Yeah, thank you.
And we're on Spotify, and we're on iTunes, and we're on Acast, and we're just wherever you can stuff our voices in your ears, find us. You know? 24 is going to be a banger.
I know.
I'm so excited, Shannon. Oh, we're going to make this better, guys. We're really proud of the podcast and what we've done. We started in August, so it's just been a couple of months, but we're real proud of where we were to where we are now, and we can promise you it's just going to get better in the year ahead, and we're so happy that you join us.
Yay.
Can't do anything until you finish.
And that's a cut.
And that's a cut! They're not going to know who did it.
I know. It sounds so simple.
That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.